What in the butt? Welcome to Meme Wars. We're memeing again. I'm here with the one and the only Dan Smotz from the System Is Down .tv and the System Is Down podcast. How's it going,
like your
man?
intro is unnecessarily aggressive for what this is, but
I get fired up, dude. I get fired up by the rock and roll music. I don't listen to that kind of heavy metal, so when I hear it jazzes me.
Welcome to two guys talking about memes on the internet.
Yeah, it gets people amped up, especially the people that are just listening. It's like they can't even see them, but they know what's coming. They know their testicular fortitude is about to be challenged. Yeah, man. How's it going?
So I just found out you guys are going to Porkfest this year, right?
Yeah, brother. We're going to be there Wednesday through Saturday morning. What about you? Nice. You going?
I'll be there either Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning through like Saturday. So
yeah. All right, sweet. So we'll overlap. Maybe our bodies will overlap depending on tent size, sleeping bags.
You got room.
I heard the naked.
You want to come bunk up with me and Jack Casey?
Oh, that's sexy. Well, Odie and I got a hotel because we're classy. We like to be able to swim in a chlorinated pool and get the continental breakfast. Fall down the hill, roll down that little gully is always a fun pastime. Walking back to the hotel drunk, high on mushrooms. It's a good time. But no, it's going to be awesome, man. I'm excited for it. It's been like so long since we were there too. It's been years. It's like one of those things like it's just such a bitch to fucking get to.
Right. You guys haven't been back since the time you brought me out, right?
Yeah. When you made the documentary.
You guys brought me out my first time, and then I've been back a couple years since then, but you guys have never been there since then. So
I know, right? We popped your cherry. Yeah, now you've become a pork slut.
Jack Casey out there.
Yeah, perfect. Well, you can introduce me to Jack and Jack to me, and then we'll jack off.
Sounds good.
So, into the memeage. Well, actually, before we get into the memes, I had to talk for this with you. We're going to talk about Biden falling down, but I'm going to use one of my own tweets as a meme to talk about Joe Biden falling down, which is funny. I don't give a shit that he's an old man. It was funny. I laughed. I continue to laugh at it. We'll get to that in a minute.
It always is. And it might be cruel, but if he dies during one of these, it's still going to be funny. It can be tragic and funny at the same time. It's okay.
The best thing would have been if he fell down and then he's on stage and he just reaches for his life alert and goes beep, 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 beep. He's literally falling and he can't get up. But before that, I wanted to talk to you about this other story that came out yesterday. Because it just is so absurd and so perfectly showcases the idiocy between government and higher education, even though the person that is being hired here is the absolute most inept person in the world. And that is, I'll share my screen here, that Beetlejuice has been hired at Harvard to teach a class on what? On health policy and leadership. Lori Lightfoot. Health policy and leadership, Dan.
I didn't know what the headline was. You told me it was something about Lori Lightfoot, which is local to me, so it's personal. But yes, the headline says it all. Of all,
look at that wall-eyed. Look at this fucking wall-eyed trout. She's gonna now stare. Can you imagine being in class with her? Having to be. I mean, who's signing up for this class? Number one, other than as a larf. I guess I would probably just to be able to go and just stare at her in awe, just my mouth agape the whole time, just looking at her fucking eyeballs popping out.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like that. Did you hear when Hillary Clinton put out the announcement that she's running, and it was like this stupid ad for her like teaching a class at some university or something, and it was on like foreign leadership, or like it's the same idea here. Like, what's the worst thing you've ever done in your life? Would you mind teaching our students that thing?
Exactly. It's like, if anything, she should be teaching a class on, like gun safety, something like that. Right. Really double down on just how badly she's done. And here's the best part. Here's the quote from the dean of faculty at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, Michelle Williams. Quote, as mayor, she showed strong leadership in advocating for health, equity, and dignity for every resident of Chicago, those that lived anyway. From her declaration of structural racism as a public health crisis, again, not the mass gun deaths, to her innovative initiative to bring mental health services to libraries and shelters. And of course, she led the city through the COVID-19 pandemic.
Led them right through it, yes. Beautifully done, too. It's easy to lead when you don't let people leave their houses.
Dude, no shit, right? And won't allow school children to go back into class. Won't allow anybody to I just the fact that fucking Harvard, right? We're still supposed to pretend that these institutions of higher, quote unquote, higher learning have any semblance of just basic education that we're supposed to now treat these people. They come out, dude. Well, these fucking idiots come out of this school where Lori fucking Lightfoot's teaching, and they still get great jobs, and they're groomed into leadership positions because of these connections. I mean, it's insulting.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, same with what was it, Brian Stelter? Famously shamed and disgraced journalist, quote unquote, who's just the hackest of all hacks, leaves and gets a job at a university. It's like, all right, you can get fired from a media organization and then be teaching the next week at a university at this point.
Quite literally. And these people are the ones entrusted. The people that are hiring these disgraced, inept fucking ass clowns. Like the most inept people in the world are getting the teaching gigs, and the people in academia are so in their bubble, like they're so out of touch with basic reality that they're like, we got him, guys, high fives all around.
Right.
Just wow.
I mean, we've got nothing else. I mean, what else do the universities have to brag on at this point? We got big names, we got celebrities,
fraternity rape statistics.
Yes.
Yeah. Come get raped at our campus. All right. Well, anyway, let's do some memes. Unless there's something topical you want to discuss, I don't want to overshadow anything that might be on your mind.
We didn't really get into the Biden thing.
No. Well, okay.
Get into that more.
Yeah.
I mean, I just find it fascinating. I find it fascinating that there was the Trump shuffling down a slippery, wet ramp, and they played that as this guy's mental faculties aren't there for weeks on just that in front of all the cameras. And then we have enough footage of Biden falling down at this point that there could be an entire AFV episode that's entirely dedicated to Joe Biden falling down while in the White House.
Totally. We should have, they can take No, of course not. Of course not. They're running cover for him. But I think, there probably is enough footage of him falling that you could, clip those together and make it into kind of the run cycle in a video game. You could have a constant run cycle of Joe Biden just falling down and just animated all over the place. This is something you should be doing. Use your skills.
Yeah. But I should do something like that, or even just take an episode of AFV and just cut out the actual clip and put in you could probably still use the commentary because most of those clips are somebody falling down anyway. So you could use his commentary over shots of Joe Biden. If anybody wants to do that, take it. But I'm gonna if you don't.
Do it, Dan. Run with it. All right. Well, speaking of shots of Joe Biden, so my joke about Joe, and I'll play this clip. My joke was that here we go. Let me play this first. We'll see him fall over hilariously. Kaboom! Down he goes. And they all cheered. The crowd cheer extra loud. So I tweeted out.
Are they cheering or screaming? Are they scared? What's happening here? Is everybody that's there to see Joe Biden happy that he just ate shit?
Oh, it's so funny. I mean, I would be. Regardless, like we were saying, it's funny when people fall down. It just is. One more time. Let's see him take it, and let's see the crowd. Boom!
I love how happy that guy, the military guy that just shook his hand. I love how happy he is. This is his moment. He just shook the president's hand, and he's on the camera, and he's walking forward, just big grin on his face. Doesn't know that the president is collapsing behind him, and that's his moment now.
Oh, it's so good. So the joke I had made, because it was funny, Angela McArdle, who of course is the chair of the Libertarian Party, she had tweeted something out saying, well, it's sad to see the president, even though I hate Joe Biden, it's sad to see the president fall because he's a frail old man. And, it's hard to laugh at that. And I tweeted out that I had found a way. And the way I found to laugh at it, of course, was that I tweeted out, it's good to see Joe Biden is so spry that he can still show these Academy members how to dodge sniper fire. It's like it reminded me of this because I was in my fraternity back in Penn State. And it was an icy balcony we were hanging out on drinking. And my one buddy goes to go back inside and just feet go out from under him, and he bites shit right on his back. And from the ground, he goes, "Sniper, everybody down!" And it just made me think of that. Joe Biden's like, "This is how you do it. All right, sniper, everybody down!" You see him fucking do a ninja roll
from the ground. He's just like, "Did you guys see that?" There was like, he just plays it off as though he was ducking.
Yeah.
But
that's how you do it. That's it. That's why I never took a bullet when I was in Nam. Like, what? Back when I was fighting in Korea. What?
Yeah, and I love how the media, or like all of social media, has just come out to be like, "Oh, there was a sandbag. There was something that he tripped over." It's like, yeah, but he can only trip so many times before like the lowest common denominator is the president of the United States in these incidents. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. What do you got? What's your first meme you want to lay on us?
All right, my first meme. Let's figure out how to do this again.
Now Odie's been using StreamYard for years and still fucks it up every time he tries to do this show. So maybe you can best him on your first try.
Well, this first one isn't the best one that I have, but it seems like the most relevant since you're having me on. But this is from, can you see it? Oh,
yep,
Joe Exotic, a gay pride, and it's to celebrate Pride Month. He's got colorful lines in their gay
I love
pride.
it.
And I think you guys should use this as the banner for your group.
You know what? I think I am. I think we should just for this month. I love it. Yeah, send me the link to that. I will 100%. You put it out as our Facebook Pride logo for now. It is funny your interactions with Joe Exotic, because you were talking back and forth with him. And where did it end? Is he going to come on the show?
Dude, I mean, like, he's stealing some of my messaging that I've been using, and I've got that pulled up too.
I saw that.
He's got this libertarian should rally behind me as a Democrat to help stir things up, which is literally what I've been saying and trying to get him on. But he has slid into my DMs to say, "Hey, don't threaten me. I'm not a coward, and I won't come on your show if you act like that." And I'm like, okay. Then he starts putting out this like $400 and I'll come on your show for like 15 minutes. No, fuck you.
Done.
I'm good.
Deal.
Like,
well,
I could afford it, but I'm not going to. It's not going to reap the reward that I don't know.
Well, it's funny. He got pissy because
15 minutes for anybody. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, agreed. But he got pissy because you had tweeted at, like, you were like, "Oh, hey, hire me to do your campaign," or something like that. And I tweeted at you, or you say, how do I get hired to do your campaign videos? And I said, well, it seems like if you want to work for him, all you have to do is get high on meth and fuck. And he responded something shitty about that. Like, he got pissed off that I said that.
Yeah, he's fun to troll. And quite frankly, there's a conversation to be had here. Basically, I mean, if you flash back 4 years, I was kind of talking you into the Vermin Supreme shit for the same reasons. Like, I don't like Joe Exotic as a human even, but there's a part of me that's like, especially if he's going to run as a Democrat, libertarians should support the fuck out of him and be like, yes, this guy, like, better than RFK, in my opinion. Like, no, he's not a libertarian. Doesn't matter. Like, troll them into an oblivion. Like, great. We get RFK up there to be another Democrat, a better Democrat than shitbag Biden falling downstairs, but even better, chaotic neutral, chaotic whatever. Just give me Joe Exotic on a debate stage with anybody. He would probably have to Skype in from prison, but that just makes it even more beautiful.
Oh, totally. Oh, no. One of my memes got taken down. Fucking bullshit. Nice. Oh, now I got to find another meme. Hold on. I do have one. I have one in the queue here. This is not the, like I said, it doesn't even have to be political, all of them. This one just cracked me up. This Instagram. Greatest name for a mobile groomer ever. It's a van with a poodle and scissors on the side, mobile dog grooming, and the name of the dog groomer is Cut a Bitch. I'm fitting to cut a bitch. Oh, that's so good, man. Oh, genius. I have to say, if they're around me, I will hire them and use them just to do it. Like, that's fantastic.
Me too. And I don't even have dogs anymore, so I'll hire them for something. Just respect.
Oh, it's so fucking funny. I love it. All right, your turn. What do you got for us?
They moonlight as a hitman for like taking out your exes.
Yeah, right.
Cut a bitch.
It goes both ways.
Yes. Speaking of cut a bitch, here's something that I found fun this week. If it'll come up, is it going to come up? Why isn't it coming up?
There we go. Got it. Boop. Here you go. Okay. Yeah, here you go.
Cool. Here we go. This is
Yes,
a good one.
if you're white, yes, you are racist, even if we all benefit from oppression. Pretending you're not racist only makes racism grow.
Does this bitch have any concept of fucking basic? Like, take the words out, man. It's driving me insane how off key, how off rhythm. It's like, what? You can't try to sing a song and then not have any fucking meter or rhythm to the song.
Right.
That pisses me off more than anything.
So let's break this down. But your message, trash, just trash from the get-go. So, like, if you were just saying this, I'd be like, you're fucking retarded. You decided instead to take that message and work it into a song because that will be more palatable somehow. With your psycho bitch eyes, and then your song is off key. It does like has no rhythm, has nothing. Like, be whiter, be more white woman. Jeez,
seriously, it's one of those things you want to go. Why are you even making this into a song if you can't sing it at all? If it's got nothing song like about. Like, have you heard a song before in the wild?
Right.
Is this like when cave people first figured out how to draw on walls? This bitch.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like that one woman who, like, when the Ukraine-Russia debacle started, she put out the like spoken word poem about how if she was Putin's mother, it would be a different situation. It's like, this would be cringe even if you didn't make it into a poem. It's just like layers upon layers of cringe. But keep going, please.
All right. So speaking of cringe, I have been watching with fascination and adoration for our friend Lou Perez, who made this video, which is 100% satire, but people don't seem to understand that. And it's him pretending to be woke at a playground. Hold on, here we go. Yeah, he is great at it. So he's just trolling people out the ass, but all these fucking idiots just don't get it. So here's Lou doing a close-up in front of a playground.
This morning, I came to my local school playground to talk to children about sex and gender. No, I'm not a teacher, but I know for sure they're not learning any of these lessons in their school. And I want to change that. Unfortunately, the principal came out and told me to leave. I refused, naturally. She then said she was going to call the police. How unfortunate. But here's a promise I make to you right now. Whether it's a child in kindergarten or a police officer, if they meet me here on this playground, they're going to get a lesson in sex and gender. Do the work. Get out there, go to your local playground, start a conversation.
And then you get weaved down the slide.
I came to my local school playground.
Anyway, it's like, I just love it.
Got some balls. Like,
oh, totally, man.
He's getting death threats from people who don't get this. I mean, I get people still pissed off at me thinking that I'm mad at Dave Smith because they didn't get the joke. God only knows what Lou Perez is getting for this.
Oh man, it's been shared on like some pretty big platforms too, with people just like, fuck this guy, I can't believe it. Is this satire? Is it not? And then people getting angry. They get angrier at him when they do find out it's satire, because now it's like that thing of like, I've been had, but you're a dickhead for making me get had by putting this out there. It's just like, oh, it's perfect.
Right. Stop making me look stupid by making obvious truth. I mean, in fairness, like, I feel like my Dave Smith thing was pretty obvious that it was a joke. With this one, sadly, in our modern times, it's not that obvious that it's a joke. Because if you told me this was real, I'd still believe it.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's why it's brilliant satire, though. I mean, it's like when it's so good that it's so believable. I mean, it's a perfect mirror onto just how stupid this entire gender warfare thing has become.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more here from you. What do we got?
Nice. Satire, speaking of Joe Exotic,
speaking of vermin,
taking people seriously. Here's Vermin Supreme.
I mean, there's a certain level of hyperbole and edgelordism and speaking nonsense that, once again, I just don't believe it's very professional. You know, picking fights with politicians, or I mean, it just doesn't look good.
I mean, you have a boot on your head and you don't glitter on people.
I am not a political party, and I am not a professional pundit, and I'm not a professional media outlet. I'm not using my
but you want to run for president.
And, I'm driving around with a guillotine. That's wonderful. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. It makes a very powerful statement to the people that you're stuck in traffic with. But once again, if you're pretending or presenting yourself as a professional organization, it's the third largest political party in America. I don't think it should be a troll party. or if it
That's
were to be a troll
fascinating.
party, I know reality, and I know the line between edgelording, talking shit, trolling, and actually trying to present a professional presentation.
The look on Angela's face there during that entire thing was just fantastic.
I mean, what do you say to that? Honestly,
Yeah.
what do you say? Even as the guy who sported him, you sported him. We both did. Like,
Yeah,
worked on
I
his
was
campaign and
on his
everything. It
team
was like,
back in the day.
Yeah,
Dude,
a
what
lot of
happened to
stuff that-
fucking Vermin?
I feel like the tankies got to him a little too hard, and the culture became something different. It's a little bit harder to troll and have fun with it because if you're honest, you're a white supremacist these days. So
Yeah.
don't want to be that. But good on Dave Casey for that smash edit there of
Yes.
that entire
Well done.
interview was incredible, and good on Angela for just sticking to it. Like, what do you say when Vermin Supreme is
Right.
telling you that you're not taking this seriously enough? Come on.
Right. All right. You got anything else for us, or should we call it a wrap on today's meme wars?
I think I'm good. If you're good,
I'm good, brother. So tell everybody where to find you again as we end our show.
you can find me at thesystemisdown.tv or wherever the System Is Downs are sold, at TSIDpod on Twitter and all the other stupid social medias. Just look it up. You'll find it.
Bingo bango. All right. Goodbye. Happy meming.